Modge and come back to you guys with another video, and today I will be doing What If Deku Had Shikamaru's Powers Part 4. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry I haven't uploaded in a while. I've been really busy lately, so I haven't been able to upload on my normal time frame. Plus, this What If, it's longer than the ones I've normally created, so I hope you guys like it. Now let's get into it. Last we left off, Deku told Aizawa he wants to get serious, so Aizawa would start training him at this point. We skip forward a few days. Aizawa would have mentioned the sports festival. Everyone would have been a little bit tense about the villain attack that happened recently, but Aizawa would tell them, this sports festival is very important, you guys can do it, or something like that. We kick off with Deku, Uraraka, and Ida all heading to lunch, and Deku would ask Uraraka why does she want to be a hero, and she would say, for the money. Deku and Ida would look at each other like, what? But Uraraka would then explain her whole backstory, and how, her family's been having really tough times with money recently. Ida would say, that's very admirable to help out your family, and Deku would agree. Uraraka would smile, and then they would head back to class after lunch. A bunch of students would be crowded outside of the classroom, and everyone would be asking why are they here, and Baka would say they're here to see the class that got attacked by villains. Shinto would then walk up and start to declare war on Class 1A. Bakugo would look at him and tell everyone to move out of the way, calling them extras as he says this. Then that would leave Shinso and Deku left after that. Deku would say, good luck, Shinso, then walk right by him. Shinso would think, I never told that guy my name, how does he know? Later on that day, All Might would then take Deku to meet Mirio. All Might would say, young Midoriya, this is, and Deku would come off and say, Mirio Togeda, your new successor, right? All Might would be left shocked because he never told Deku about this. But Deku would be like, out of every student here, he's the closest to being number one. And Mirio would be like, but, just shocked out of the blue, like, man, this kid is smart. You're right, All Might. And he would make some type of lame joke. All Might would then tell him all he knows about One for All, and all the secrets surrounding All for One, and stuff like that. Deku would be left shocked. Actually, not shocked. Just left taken aback. He would then sit down processing all the information he's just gotten and tell All Might, can we discuss this later? I have somewhere to be right now. Oh, sorry right after that. I just got a message. Deku would then leave to go train with Aizawa. The training would commence, and Deku would have been going for at least 6 hours right now. Does that seem like too much? Deku's really gotten serious now that he's found out about All for One and stuff like that. A red-haired girl will walk up to them and ask can she train with them. And then Deku would say, what a drag. Aizawa would say, no, this will be good practice for you. We've been going for a few hours. No, sorry guys. We've been going for a few days since the whole USJ attack. And Deku would say, do you know how long we've been working out here? And Aizawa would say, yes, but do it. Deku would say, come on, let's get this over with. And she would be getting angry and frustrated at how Deku's personality is. She would say, do you think just because you went up against villains, you're better than me? I know that sounds too much like Monoma, but go with it, I have something here. Deku would sit and say, let's just do this. Deku would start to shoot his shadow at her, and then she would jump, use her giant hand knowing about Deku's quirk already. But Deku would then make a black circle all around him. She would look at this, and then out of the blue, Deku would be missing. But Deku would then just pop right behind her, trapping her with his shadow. She would be left stunned, like, I never knew you could do that. I thought you only had that shadow whip thing, or shadow possession, or whatever you call it. Deku would say, that's what I used to have, now I have this. She would be saying, I guess Class 1A is really better than Class 1B. Oh, and she would then mention, "Oh, I forgot to say my name." And Deku would say, "Your name's Kendo, right?" And Kendo would be like, "How do you know my name?" Deku would say, "I've been researching all the promising heroes at the school, and you just happen to be one of them." And Kendo would be like, and Deku would say, "As every hero in Class 1B, you have the most promising future. You're a great leader, you've trained in martial arts, and your personality is what it takes to be a hero." Not your personality is what it takes to be a hero, like, you have the personality of someone who has the potential to be a great hero. And I really admire that in you. And Kendo, I keep saying Kendo. Kendo would be blushing, like, he knows all this stuff about me? And Deku would then say, and the only reason I said well, the dragon was really rude earlier was because I've been going for 6 hours now training with Aizawa. And her mouth would drop. 6 hours? And she was like, "Man, I thought you were just some lazy guy." And Deku would say, "I used to. Now it's time for me to get serious." And she would just be looking in awe about how serious he's about being a hero right now. Aizawa would come up behind him and tell him, "We're gonna keep going for 2 more hours." And Deku would say, "Are you kidding me? What a drag doesn't describe that anymore. What a pain in my butt, that's actually it." Kendo would be laughing and ask, "Can I train with you guys?" Aizawa would then say yes. For the next few weeks, Kendo and Deku would be working on their new moves. Deku would be mastering his Shadow Port and coming up with a special move earlier than in the original anime. Kendo would also be a much better fighter and would have created a special move in this one as well. Would have created a special move like Deku did. Now we cut to the sports festival. Todoroki would declare... Sorry guys, it's been a while since I've recorded, I'm nervous again. Todoroki would be declaring war on Deku. Deku would then give the speech because he was number 1 in the entrance exam. Deku would say, "We've all come this far. Let's not give up now." And everyone would then start clapping, and Deku would say one more thing. "I'm normally a laid-back guy. I don't care about much. I don't even care about my grades. I'm fine with just at least getting a C or something like that." But Deku would then say, "I'm going to be going serious in this. More serious than I've ever been." Everyone in the crowd would be like, "What?" But Bakugo, he would then look over at Deku with shocked eyes, thinking, he's going to be taking this seriously. He would be scared and excited because he knows Deku has never been serious about anything in his life. But now he's going to get a chance to go up against serious Deku. He's just in shock. He's not even sure if he can win at this point. Okay, the race would start. Everyone would jump over Todoroki's ice as he tries to freeze them. But in this, I don't see Deku changing the way he won the sports festival. Sure, Deku might have used his shadows to make the ropes harder on the canyon so he can walk over them, but nothing else, because his shadow teleport only has a range of 10 meters, and he can't just instantly go and win. And his physical ability matters a lot too. We could say he was a lot faster than most people and he got a better time, but that's it. He would have still performed the same trick in the original anime. And then the cavalry battle would be announced after that. Deku would still form the same team, and if you're wondering why Kendo is on there, I have something for that. It's okay. But I really like this team. Mei might not be the best character, but I still like her. So I just want to keep the teams the same. Deku, Mei, Ochako, and what's his name? Tokoyami would then move on to the next round, the tournament arc. Here's the roster. Deku versus Shinso. Sero versus Todoroki. Kendo versus Kaminari or Denki. Mei versus Ida. Ayama, I think that's what his name is, versus Mina. Momo versus Tokoyami. Kirishima versus Tetsu. Bakugo versus Uraraka. The first match will be, like I stated before, Deku versus Shinso. In this, Shinso would be insulting Deku, but Deku knows his quirk. He would write, "I know what your quirk is, I'm not talking." He would then write, "But I won't use my quirk. Let's go hand to hand." They would start fighting, throwing left and right hooks, but Deku's been trained by Aizawa, and he's just not toying with Shinso, but he's going easy on him. Deku would then grab Shinso's arm, throw him onto the floor, and Deku would win the match. Deku would help Shinso up and say, "Your quirk is amazing, but you really need to work on your physical body." Shinso would be taken aback by this and say, "Thanks, Deku." And Deku would say, "No problem." Deku would be announced the winner, and the other matches would continue to go the same. Except for this one. Genki versus Kendo. This match, Genki would use 1 million volt, or whatever the name of his attack is, and Kendo would make 2 giant hands. He would shoot the lightning at her, and she would jump up in the air. Use her hands to create a gust so she can go even higher. Sorry about that. Genki would be left stupid, and she would be announced the winner. Mei would use Ida for advertisement, and Mina will pull off one of the most badass uppercuts in My Hero. I have to say it. I love this punch. Momo will go against Tokoyami and still lose. Tetsu and Kirishima will go at it, knocking each other out and going to arm wrestling with Kirishima winning this time again. Bakugo would fight Ochako and would win this match as well. We all know Bakugo's gonna win. Now we have the new brackets. Deku versus Todoroki, Kendo versus Ida, Mina versus Tokoyami, Kirishima versus Bakugo. This match would begin with Deku versus Todoroki. Todoroki would throw ice all at Deku. Deku would create a shadow portal, jump right behind. Todoroki shooting shadow tendrils at him. Todoroki would bring up some ice, freeze the shadow tendrils. Yeah, you guys, I'm tired right now. Then he would direct his ice right at Deku. Deku would create another shadow portal and create another one as Todoroki's just throwing ice everywhere, creating more shadows for Deku to use. Todoroki would surround himself with ice, still throwing ice at Deku, by the way, trying to hit him, but he keeps popping out everywhere there's shadow. Afterwards, the whole speech about it's your quirk, not his, and Todoroki would have his redeeming moment, and he would activate his fire and ice to prepare his special attack, while Deku prepares his super move. Okay, Endeavor would be left in the crowd saying, "Yes! Yes!" Afterwards, Kendo would be like, he's finally using it. And Deku would hold it over his head and throw it right at him. His Shadow Blades. Todoroki will begin to use his move, and Deku would start to use his. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry guys. Really? Sorry about that. Had a little technical difficulty. And the whole clash between them would go the same, but not with Deku using One for All, with him using his Shadow Tendrils. His Shadow Blades, basically. There will be only one piece of ice left in the ring. Todoroki will be outside the ring, and everyone will be wondering where Deku is. And you've already seen me skip through these slides by mistake, but Deku would pop out of the shadow, winning the round. Endeavor would be furious and walk away, while Kendo would say, I knew he'd win. Afterwards, it would be Kendo versus Ida. Ida would use Reciprocal Burst and try to throw Kendo out, or push Kendo out, but Kendo would grab him as he does this and throw him outside the ring, winning the match for herself. Tokoyami would face Mina while she surrenders, and Kirishima would face Bakugo, and Bakugo would still destroy him. Now we go on to Deku versus Kendo. This match would start off with Kendo going up to Deku saying, "Best of luck," and Deku would say the same. And Kendo would say, "At the end of this match, I have something for you." And Deku would say, "What is it?" And she would say, "You don't get to know until after." They would both jump back, wish each other luck, and President Mike and Aizawa would start the match. And they would decide that they just want to use their super moves to end it. Deku would create a Shadow Spear, and Kendo would create her giant hands. They would both throw their special moves. Deku with his Shadow Slashes, or I need to figure out a name for these. You guys can call it whatever you want at the end of the video. And Kendo would create her Thunder Smack. Both moves would collide, but Kendo would be one left on the ground afterwards, with Deku standing over her, victorious. Kendo would get up and say, "Man, I knew you were gonna win. I just wanted to try." And Deku would say, "You did great." And Deku would ask, "What are you gonna give me after this?" And Kendo would start to blush. She would then walk up to Deku, kissing him. And then afterwards, step back and say, "That's what I want to give you." Deku would then be shocked, and the crowd would be both cheering and booing at him, while all of Class A says, "Huh?" with Denki and Mineta being just extremely angry. Deku would say, "What a drag," causing Kendo to bow her head, but Deku would then walk up to Kendo, kissing her back. And Kendo would be left shocked. Deku would say, and Kendo would just be left stunned. Everyone in the crowd would be just whistling at them, and like in the Naruto wedding scene, Deku would grab her hand and they would run off together. Not getting married or anything like that, but you know what I mean. Deku would then take down Bakugo would take down Tokoyami, and then comes the finals, with Bakugo versus Deku. This match would start off with Bakugo throwing giant explosions, while Deku just keeps using his shadow movement and throwing shadow slashes at Bakugo, while he blasts right back at them, destroying them. Deku will keep doing this for a really long period of time, while Bakugo keeps getting annoyed. Bakugo would then decide, "I'm gonna end this," with Deku poking his head at his shadow. Bakugo would then start to use his Howitzer Impact, hitting Deku, or so he thinks. He thinks Deku's been thrown out of the ring, and he's wondering where is he. But Bakugo failed to realize that Deku might have a shadow port, and all the shadows might be gone, but Bakugo, you still have your shadow. He will appear right in it, catching him with a shadow control. And as you're wondering why Bakugo didn't prepare for this, he's only been focusing on Deku's new moves, not his old moves. Bakugo would then start to walk out of the ring with Deku walking backwards as well. Since Bakugo was at the edge of the ring and Deku was somewhat at the middle, like right behind him, Deku would start walking backwards and walk Bakugo outside the ring, causing him to win the sports festival this time. Deku would get first, Bakugo would get second, and wouldn't be as mad because he got a great fight out of Deku. And Kendo and Tokoyami would come in third. All Might would then come giving them their medals and give them a heroic speech. And Deku would take the mic saying, "This is what happens when I get serious." And the whole crowd would cheer for him. And that's the end of the video. I'm sorry if I made too many mistakes, you guys, but this part it took a lot of time to come up with ideas for this. And I'm very much exhausted. I'm not even recording in my same place right now. Well, I hope you guys liked the video. Sorry, tired. And if you enjoyed the shipping for this, or how I did the shipping, comment down below if you have any ideas for how you should put them together more. Because it will be difficult, like, I can put them together on the training camp thing, but I don't know what other places to put them together. And for all those who love Cartoon Cat, that will be one of the videos that comes out next week. And I'm going to be giving you guys something special in that one. A bunch of you guys have been asking, give him something more. And that's what I'm planning on doing. Well, I want to give you guys one more thing. Comment down cat if you watched this part, and the videos I will be starting right after this one will be, what if Deku had Cartoon Cat's powers, what if Deku had Arlo's powers from Unordinary, and what if Deku was a genius. I'll be trying to figure out a Dragon Ball what if for my next thing, but that's all I want to say, guys. This has been King Majin telling you to like, comment, subscribe, signing out. Peace.